My name Broward Vee, one of the top hitters out of Lauderhill, Florida, out of Broward.
So how did you get your name Broward Vee on Instagram?
I thought about the name because like a lot of people call me V, you know what I'm saying? They've been calling me V for a long time, and I'm from Broward, so that's how I put that together. Broward_V.
So how do you feel it was growing up in Broward County? Is like Broward County a big place for bike life, or is that just your neighborhood? Like how's it Broward?
Well, I've been seeing bikes, so bikes is definitely a thing in Broward, you know what I'm saying? I've been seeing, like, especially when the holidays come by, like Thanksgiving, Christmas. From when I was small, that's when the large groups of bikes come out. You know what I'm saying?
So, tell me a little bit, explain a little bit more about Broward. Is it like the bike life scene? Is it girls? Is it a younger crowd? What type of people ride bikes in Broward?
I seen somebody granddaddy ride in the past, so it's no discrimination. It's not no discrimination. Girls, boys, kids, granddaddies, grandmas, I've seen it all.
What's some of the craziest things you done seen in the pack?
Such as what you mean?
Maybe somebody fall, maybe somebody just get left.
Yeah, I seen some shit. It was probably like somebody's uncle out there. He was on a Banshee. That's one of the most powerful two-stroke folders you can even get on. So yeah, he was out there, whatever, and I guess some little chicks had pulled up in the car, and they was really they were amping them up. They're like, oh, look at all the bikes. And so I guess you feel me? He looked over. I seen them too. Now I'm just watching them. Had then looked over there, and so they steady amping them up. So he started getting a little loose with it. He started doing burnouts, and I already knew what time it was. So when I seen he started acting a little crazy with it, I just fell back. You know what I'm saying? I stopped catwalking. I just followed. So we were making a left. We was on power line. We were making a left on power line. So I had to lift my wheel up for about 5 seconds. Something told me to drop my wheel. When I dropped my wheel, I swear to God, I seen the four-wheeler flipping on top of 5 times. And the back tire of the four-wheeler, the front tire of the bench, he had hit him in the back of the head. And that shit, his face face planted into the fucking floor. And knocked out all his teeth. That shit knocked all his teeth out, and he was just kicking in the middle of the road, screaming. He was he was screaming. That shit was crazy. And then the pack kept going. You feel me? The pack kept going. So I was the only one that seen him. So I'm just looking at him damn, you really in my head, I'm damn, you really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So he just kicking and screaming in the middle of the road, and people in cars they riding past. They damn, what's wrong with him? So I ran the pack down. You know what I'm saying? I said, hey, somebody back there just fell. So they followed. They start shooting back that way. By the time I got back that way, he was up on his feet this time. You know what I'm saying? So the shit really looked at crazy because he was on his feet and his pants were wrinkled up and shit. It's he got into a fucking fight with 5 fucking martial art fighters. You know what I'm saying? He walking around his socks halfway off a bitch trying to pull his socks off his feet. And so I'm steady looking at him, and he lift up his pants leg. You see a deep gash on his leg. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm waiting for him to talk, cause he never talked. He just looking crazy. So when he opened his mouth, that's when I seen the amount of blood come out his mouth. You feel me? And when I seen that, niggas were oh, his teeth in the middle of the road over there. And his teeth actually in the middle of the road. That shit was crazy.
That's crazy. On a lighter note, what's some of the funniest things you done seen, man?
Some of the funniest? Niggas be wearing costumes. That shit be funny to me. When niggas Halloween and shit, niggas be wearing costumes and shit in the past. That would be funny to me. How they the masses and shit. That shit be crazy.
Tell the people something that they may not know about you. Anything.
What they might not know about me? Yeah. Shit. My favorite color is red type shit, or what?
Well, I mean, hey, we can tell that your favorite color red. But what I was gonna say was something about you personally, maybe you daddy's boy, or you know what I'm saying? You go to church.
Oh, okay.
Some people by just looking at you, they wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm a grandma's boy. Speaking of that topic, and I love playing basketball. You know, that's I got a love for it. Besides like the bike riding and shit, I love playing basketball. You know, so anybody could get crossed if you ask me that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So, how important is like like the people you ride with, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you pick and choose who you ride with? Like, if it's somebody, let's say, if they like a newcomer, like, would you ride with them still, or would you be like, nah, I ain't riding out with them?
Yeah, I ride with anybody, cause you know I'm not big headed at all.
So is people out there, is people in the bike life world that you think like that?
Yeah, it's definitely people that act bougie. You know, as they say, bougie, or like, you know.
Why you think they get like that?
Why I think they get like that?
Yeah.
Shit. They might get like that because they think they better than the other person, the next person. You know, I think of myself as equal to everybody, so I never like be able to think to get on that level like that. You know, no telling how he got like that though, but I'm just saying from my perspective.
Right.
You know.
So, all right, just to wrap it up, man. Like, what's some positive? Like, let's say it's an 8-year-old right now watching this. And he done seen all your videos on your Instagram.
Right.
He wanna do what Broward Vee doing. You know what I'm saying? What's something you would tell him? You know, like some positive energy, positive message that you'll tell somebody.
I'll tell him like, you know, just do what you do, and practice makes perfect. You know what I'm saying? Just keep practicing at it. You know, you'll get your own style. Cause everybody have their own style. Every rider have their own style. So you know, as long as you keep practicing, you definitely gonna get there.